When was the last time you listened to your heart? When was the last time you paused, truly paused, to listen to your own heart? Not the deadlines stacked on your calendar, not the expectations people hold over you, not the opinions echoing around social media. Just you, your breath, your truth, your quiet inner voice that rarely gets the chance to speak. We live in a world that moves too quickly for our hearts to catch up, and sometimes we forget that our emotional world also needs attention, softness, and room to breathe. Maybe you've been moving from task to task, rushing through your days, feeling like you have no choice but to keep going. But inside you, a smaller voice, the real you, whispers for rest, for clarity, for kindness. That voice often gets drowned out by all the noise around you. But it's still there, it has always been there, waiting for you to listen. Listening to your heart doesn't mean having everything figured out. It doesn't require big decisions or dramatic changes. It simply asks for presence. A moment where you become still enough to notice what you truly feel. Sometimes, what we find there is messy. Confusion, hurt, exhaustion, unspoken fears. But sometimes, we find hopes we've neglected, dreams we've abandoned, or emotions we never allowed ourselves to feel. Your heart holds stories you've never told. It remembers what hurt you, what helped you grow, and what still needs healing. When you ignore those parts of yourself, you don't become stronger, you simply become heavier. Listening to your heart is not self-indulgence, it is self-respect. It is acknowledging that your inner world matters just as much as your outer achievements. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Did you push through the feelings because you didn't have time to deal with them? Or did you swallow the emotions because you felt others wouldn't understand? We've all done that, but each time we silence ourselves, we drift a little further from the person we truly are. The heart grows quiet not because it's empty, but because it is unheard. And yet, something beautiful happens when you give yourself just one moment to breathe. One moment to sit with your emotions instead of judging them. One moment to say, hey, how am I really doing? Your heart opens, your mind softens, your body relaxes, and for a brief second, you reconnect with the humanity inside you, the part that wants peace, meaning, and gentleness. Listening to your heart also means giving yourself permission to not be okay. It means acknowledging the truth that you are not a machine. You are a person with memories, hopes, wounds, and needs. You deserve moments of stillness. You deserve compassion. You deserve the chance to slow down and ask yourself what you've been carrying for far too long. Sometimes, your heart will tell you that you need rest. Other times, it will tell you that you need courage. And sometimes, it will tell you that you need to let go of people, of expectations, of guilt you've held onto for years. Listening doesn't always feel comfortable, but it always leads you somewhere honest. Somewhere real, somewhere healing. So today, I invite you to pause. Right here, right now. Take a slow breath. Close your eyes if it feels safe. Put a hand over your chest. And ask yourself gently, what is my heart trying to tell me? What have I been avoiding? What do I truly need? You might be surprised by the answers, or by the silence. Both are okay. Silence is a sign of a heart waiting for someone brave enough to listen. Remember this. Your heart has a voice, and it deserves to be heard. You are allowed to step away from the noise of the world. You are allowed to choose yourself. When was the last time you paused to listen to your own heart? If it's been a while, maybe today can be the first step. Your moment of return, your moment of gentleness, your moment of truth. How to pause and listen to your own heart. Start by creating a moment of stillness. Listening to your own heart begins with giving yourself permission to stop, just for a little while. Even a 1-minute pause can open a door inside you that's been closed by exhaustion, stress, and noise. Find a quiet spot, or simply sit where you are. Take a slow breath, soften your shoulders, and allow the world to fall away for a moment. You don't need perfect silence. You just need a small space where you choose you. Turn your attention inward gently, without judgment. Once the world around you softens, shift your focus inward. Ask yourself, how am I truly feeling right now? Not how you think you should feel, not what others expect, just the honest state of your heart. Maybe you feel tired, worried, hopeful, lonely, grateful, or overwhelmed. Don't analyze it. Don't fix it. Just let the emotion exist. Listening begins with acknowledging what's already inside you. Notice what your body is trying to tell you. Your heart often speaks through your body long before your mind catches up. Maybe there's tension in your chest, heaviness in your stomach, or a tight throat that tells you you've been swallowing too much lately. Maybe there's lightness, warmth, or a small spark of peace. Your body is a storyteller, and each sensation is a sentence. Pay attention to it. It's telling you what you need. Ask yourself what you've been longing for. When you finally hear your heart, ask softly, what do you need from me today? Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's courage. Maybe it's forgiveness. Maybe it's reassurance. Maybe it's letting go. Your heart is wiser than you think. It often knows the truth long before your mind tries to explain it. When you listen, you may discover needs you've been ignoring for months. Honor what you discover, even in small ways. Listening means nothing if you don't honor the message. You don't have to make huge changes. Start with something simple and gentle, like taking a break, saying no, reaching out to someone, moving your body, or giving yourself a kind word you rarely hear. Every small act of self-kindness tells your heart, I hear you. You matter, and over time, this practice transforms not just your day, but your whole relationship with yourself. When you listen deeply, you begin to notice the signals you've been ignoring, the tightness in your chest after a long week, the frustration you swallow, the sadness you hide, or the joy you haven't allowed yourself to feel. Your heart speaks in sensations, intuition, and quiet whispers. But when you don't make space for those whispers, they turn into emotional fatigue, burnout, or unexplained irritability. Listening is an act of prevention. It's how you protect yourself before you reach a breaking point. And remember, listening to your heart doesn't make you weak, it makes you whole. It rebuilds your strength from the inside out. When you honor your feelings, you rebuild trust with yourself. When you create space for your inner voice, you reconnect with your purpose, clarity, and calm. The world will always be loud, but your heart will always know the truth.